Let's talk about fasting for a minute here. So, fasting is, I believe, paramount to any successful health initiative pertaining to cancer. Back in 1931, Otto von Warburg won the Nobel Peace Prize for his research on cancer and fasting. And he found that in the absence of food, we can actually kill cancer cells. Went dormant for 70 years. And in the early 2000s, they did some research on epilepsy and the effectiveness on fasting with epilepsy in the ketogenic diet. And from there, we started looking at all this research again. And many of us in the cancer world are looking for a holistic, we're ahead of the curve. And now I'm going to say in the last few years that now the medical community is jumping on board. In fact, I was just at the Cleveland Clinic last night and they said, "Are you fasting still?" I'm like, wow, that's the first time they cared or even asked about it. So all the things that I'm reading are, it works. But you got to be really smart about it. You can't just go do a fast and think everything's great. You got to go into it correctly. Please do your research. Make sure you got a medical professional that's watching you, especially if you're going to do something longer like I do. You can't just do it halfway. You have to be you've got to be using the ketogenic diet in conjunction with it. Basically a low carb, low sugar diet, high fat, a lot of vegetables, and then in conjunction with the fasting and the ketogenic diet, you can have some positive results. But I just wanted to just clarify that fasting works. I'm telling you, it works. I've been doing it for almost 7 years. There was a study that just came out the other day that says, oh my gosh, fasting is bad for you. Well, I think it's somewhat skewed. I think more research is coming out. Even I was watching a doctor the other day saying, you know what, I kind of disagree with that. I'm healthier now than I've ever been, and I've been fasting for over 7 years. And I can't imagine not doing either intermittent or long-term fasting in my life. And many others that I talk to that are on that same protocol that I'm doing, they're having better results than the people that say, oh, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to eat 16 times a day. I'm just going to eat whatever I want. It's just common sense. Garbage in, garbage out. But it's really, I think, important to reset the gut. Do what you can to get your body diverse again, especially there. And the best way to do that is just don't eat anything for a little while. Let that reboot and then reintroduce food. So fasting, if you haven't done it, think about it, but do it smart. Don't just do it because you think that I or somebody else says you got to do fasting. Make sure it's right for you, because some people it's not right for. But I'm going to say the majority, I think it's a fantastic thing to do, incorporate in your health initiative to become healthy again. So think about fasting. Peace. Have a great day.